Hello, 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 hello. What a wonderful evening. Today, I take this humble time to welcome you to my channel once again. My name is Robert, and my goal today is going to discuss about a journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. It's a reflection of everyday to do life that every action that we want to undertake start with a single step that you undertake, a single action. If you want to go somewhere, you have to prepare, get out of your house. If you don't have a car, go to the renters, rent a car, and start your journey. If you want to go to church, you have to wash yourself and prepare, pray, and go and gather with others in worshiping the Lord. So that is a journey of 1,000 miles that with a single step. So you cannot reach where you want to go unless you make that single step. In every endeavor of human life, whether it's your education, whether it's your family, whether it's anything that you dream to do, a journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. Let's examine a good example that we can reflect on. A person, a human being with that goal. You want to achieve something in life, you plan. What if your plan don't work through? You won't go somewhere. Even those people who aspired to go to the moon, they dream, they dare to dream that they will one day reach there. So they started planning for such a journey. Look at J.F. Kennedy announcing going to the moon. It is a journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. So let's take a good example where we can reflect how we accomplish great things once we start planning. I'll take you to the story in the Old Testament, the story of Mordecai, Esther, Haman, and the king of Persia. You can imagine that Haman one day dreamed of saving the Israelites, and because they were in a fallen land, and because God had given him insight, God would communicate through him, and he was a wise man, very intelligent, very inquisitive, somebody who would inquire of things. He had the people that were surrounding the king, conspiring to kill the king. So Mordecai planned and revealed that message to the king. So it was elevated in his position. Once again, there was a plot against Mordecai because Haman was so jealousy of him. So Haman looked for a way to come out of that. He understood the danger of what they were facing, so he planned. We are talking about a journey of 1,000 miles started with a single step. So he planned. The king was looking for the queen, and he had his niece who was so beautiful. That's Esther. So he planned of her feeding the dangers of what was coming before them. So he planned, and through God's guidance, Esther was selected by the king to be a queen in the Persian land. But now there was danger coming, and Mordecai had dreamed of two dragons fighting. It was between Haman and Mordecai and the people of Israel. So Mordecai had planned, and they revealed this message and prayed, and they asked all the Israelites to fast, and they requested Esther to be their rescuer at that time. So you can imagine this journey started with Mordecai having a good plan, and he used his plan to achieve whatever he intended. In every situation in human life, we have we are somewhere in life, whether it's in your family, whether it's the challenges that you have. But those challenges can never be solved unless you take the first action. What is your financial constraints? You cannot solve those constraints unless you take the first action. So it is your duty to make that act. And there's a saying that says, every great venture starts with an act of faith. Even my preaching that I preach, I didn't think I had even any quality or I could impact anybody. But I realized I have to start somewhere. Starting somewhere means you have started a journey. And this journey, you want to accomplish thousands and thousands of miles. My intent is to reach somewhere far and far. Your dream is to reach and touch many hearts of people. But you cannot touch many hearts of people if you don't take an action. You design your plan and you start working on your plan. You make initial steps until you achieve your greatest potential. Prevalent, even somebody who want to be well, who want to build houses, who want to start a business. A business doesn't start from the sky. It starts from somewhere. You have to think of how do I get my capital? How do you have to have resources that will enable you to achieve your goals? Do you have the time? Do you have the referrals, that skilled and unskilled referrals who are going to work? Do you have enough resources? What kind of business are you going to establish? So you have started a journey and you're drawing a roadmap of achieving the 1,000 miles you are heading to. So do not give up in your journey. I don't know where you are in life. I don't know what challenges you may have. Many of us have great challenges, but we have a desire and a dream that in one point of life we'll reach somewhere where we dream to be. And that journey starts with a single step. Think of somebody who is disabled and he's trying to train himself to walk. He's paralyzed, he can't speak. Unless this person starts with a single, he's a speech therapist, you may see a occupational therapist or other therapists, physical therapists, to train this person to really regain his life. That is the life journey. Friends and brethren, I invite you as we walk in any kind of journey that you are at any point in life you are. Imagine yourself that in one day you reach where you want to be. You don't give up because you have not reached the destination. Your goal is I started from somewhere. Where am I at the present time? Where am I heading? What else do I need to reach where I want to be? If you see, there's another saying that says, if you watch the crop just moving and do not do anything, you cannot achieve anything. Do what the crop is doing. What does the crop does? It moves, and time goes. You think of a month like the month of November. We started the first day of November. But if we don't dwell in the first day of November, we have to go through the days of the month until we reach the month of December. Think of the year. If we started January, January doesn't stay January. We go to February and we reach December. If you count A, B, C, D, you start with A and you end with C. If you are planning in many ways, you have to have a point of starting point. Until you reach where your destination is when your heart and mind receives fulfillment. Brethren, may God bless you, and I encourage you to take a look at into your lives and see where you are. Do not see that that's the end of the universe. Don't see that that's the end of your life. It is the beginning of a beautiful journey. That life has a beginning and it has an end. Even great challenges in our lives have a beginning. But the most important aspect is when to start that journey and when you plan. Where are you going? Even our preacher Samuel, he started a small segment like the early church. They were living in small communities. And think of Paul himself. He started to preach. If you look at the life history of Paul, Paul preached to many parts of Rome. He went to Antioch. He went to Arabic countries, and you can imagine his journey grew. That is how we start our life journey. In every endeavor, our human philosophy, our human dreams, our human goals, we must start with a single step in order for us to reach where we are going. May God be with you. In Jesus Christ I pray. Amen.